Hello and welcome to the sermon recap for this week. This week we talked about how the Lord is present in all the very specific details of our life, into the tiniest things. And we can sometimes think that the Lord's governing or providence is only involved in sort of the big picture, all the big parts of our lives, and doesn't really pay attention to the minor things. But the Lord tells us very clearly that every tiny little thing that happens that's part of our life, He is concerned about. Jesus in parables talks about that. He talks about how even the hairs of our head are all numbered, or are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 copper coins, but not one of them falls without the Lord being mindful of it. So the Lord is trying to give us this idea that I'm involved in every aspect of your life. There's a story where the children of Israel are at war with the Syrian army, and the Syrians are defeated by the children of Israel, and the Syrians decide, well, the reason we lost is because their God, the Israelites' God, is the God of the hills. And since we fought in the hills, that's why they won. So we'll plan to battle them in the valleys because their God doesn't have anything to do with the valleys, and we will beat them there. So they set up this war, and they had thousands, tens of thousands of soldiers in the Syrian army versus just a couple troops of Israelites, and the Israelites destroyed them. And the point of that story is to talk about how, the Lord is God of the hills and the valleys. The Lord is God of all parts of our lives. Where can I go from your presence? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I make my bed in hell, you are there. If I make my bed ascended to heaven, you are there. The Lord is involved in all parts of our life. So what I wanted to encourage you to think about this week is, what would our life be like if we were to really believe that in every minor detail of our life, the Lord is present in all things, whether we make it through a traffic light, whether we lose our keys, whether we get a good grade on a particular test or exam or something, whatever it is that we're dealing with, knowing that the Lord is there in all things. So we can celebrate the good things in our life, and when difficult things happen, we can know the Lord is there, regardless of how it may appear, and that He's leading us through those times towards happier things at all times. All right, thanks for listening. See you next week. Bye.